In this week's AMT John Deere Fresh Produce Market overview, made possible by John Deere and FieldNet Pivot Watch, we put a little bit more focus on the smaller crops like cabbage, garlic, sweet potatoes, spinach and pumpkins, and also discuss where these markets are headed over the next few months. All in this week's episode, so make sure to stay tuned. The rand strengthened to 17 rand 78 per US dollar and is at its strongest level since mid-July of this year due to a weakened dollar and the increased likelihood of an interest rate cut in September. Local economists, however, expect a 25 basis point cut in September and again in November, with inflation currently at its lowest level over the past 6 months. Local investors are also optimistic about the economic outlook under the new coalition government, which could lead to swifter reforms, medium-term growth, and a reduction in unemployment figures. The Brent crude oil price is currently trading lower on $78.92 per barrel. The price decline can be attributed to low demand from China especially, which is the world's largest oil consumer. Recent economic data showed that China's economy is starting to show lower growth, leading to a decrease in their oil processing. There is also still the risk of reduced oil supply from the Middle East, and if the war escalates further, it could lead to a reduction in supply, which can, of course, support the oil price. The past week, the average national potato price increased to 78 rand 96 per 10 kg, with volumes 17% lower week on week. The large potato price traded higher on 86, mediums on 76 and smalls on 63 rand per 10 kg. Mondials traded higher on 80, Safras higher on 82 and Lenormand's on 75 rand, with the average price on Joburg on 79 rand 28 per 10 kg last week. We've been hovering just below the 80 rand mark for the past 3 weeks or so, and I think that as soon as we move past these levels that we can see a significant price spike very soon, and I think this can happen over the next 2 weeks. The tomato price increased by 12% the past week to 10 rand 44 per kilogram, with volumes decreasing by 10%. Large tomatoes traded on 12 rand 33, mediums on 10 rand 72, while smalls stayed sideways on 8 rand 41. We're expecting lower prices this week due to lower expected demand on the markets, but it also looks like that the price can stay above the 10 rand mark during September due to limited volumes. The average carrot price increased by 22% to 5 rand 19 per kilogram, while volumes decreased by 21% week on week. Large carrots traded on 5 rand 50, mediums higher on 4 rand 64, and smalls also higher on 3 rand 44 per kilogram. We can see higher carrot prices for the remainder of this month, with prices likely to stay above 5 rand. However, expect volumes to pick up in September and October, which will most likely keep this market under pressure over that period. The average onion price remained in its downward trend, decreasing by 2% to 59 rand 76 per 10 kg, with brown onions lower on 56, red onions also decreasing to 135, while white onion prices decreased to 58 rand per 10 kg. The average large onion price traded on 57, mediums on 65 and smalls lower on 44 rand per 10 kg. I still think we can follow a similar trend as last year, when onion prices came from relatively high levels in May and June and then continued to decrease towards the end of the year. I therefore think that we can move below the 50 rand mark soon and then stay on a lower level until December. The average pepper price decreased to 17 rand 28 per kilogram, while green pepper prices decreased to 13 rand 46. Yellow peppers decreased by 23% to 13 rand 60, while red peppers also traded 10% lower on 34 rand 89 per kilogram. It looks like the average price can get support as we head towards the end of the month and demand improves usually. Join the excitement around FieldNet Pivot Watch. Experience unmatched monitoring of any pivot, anytime, anywhere, offering complete peace of mind on your farm. FieldNet Pivot Watch is not only cost-effective, but also time-saving. Ready to transform your irrigation? Make sure to contact your nearest Zimmatic dealer for a quote on FieldNet Pivot Watch now. We had some requests to delve deeper into the other vegetables as well and give some forecasts on them as well. So here goes. The average cabbage price increased by 20% to R4.50, but I think that this price will start to trend downwards from here on out, with the average price likely to trade below R3 again towards the end of the year. Garlic prices decreased further to R94 per kilogram and is also likely to stay in its downward trend for the rest of this year due to higher expected volumes on the markets. The spinach price decreased by 8% last week to R4.82, mostly due to higher volumes. Traditionally, we see significantly lower spinach prices from September to December due to the higher volumes that we also see on the markets. Sweet potato prices decreased to R8.25 per kilogram and will likely follow the potato price higher over the next few weeks. But expect this price to stay on a higher level during October and November and most likely also reach record levels over that period. The average pumpkin price decreased to R2.91 last week and will most likely also trade higher in September and October, but start to decrease in November again as more volumes can enter into the markets in that specific month. Moving over to the fruit markets, however, the banana price increased last week to R7.80 per kilogram, which is about R140 per 18 kilogram box, with volumes mostly trading sideways. I still think that we can remain close to current price levels for September as well, but that the price can jump in October to around the R10 mark due to lower expected volumes. The latest apple price increased to R10.38 last week and remained very close to last year's price levels. If we remain on last year's price trend, we can possibly now move closer to the R13 mark in November. The latest pear price traded on R10.45 per kilogram and is still higher compared to the previous 4 years. The price will likely remain sideways in September, but then increase significantly in October until December due to lower volumes over that period. The orange price increased last week to R5.85, with volumes decreasing by about 6% week on week. Very interesting is that the avo price increased to R17.59 per kilogram last week, with volumes trading 8% lower. Vietes traded higher on R25.58, Haas higher on R12.78, while Pinkertons increased to R15.43. We can start to see higher prices from September onwards, with prices that will likely move closer to the R25 per kilogram mark in November. The average table grape price decreased to R105. Pineapples traded higher on R9.88. Lemons increased to R5.23, while the average blueberry price traded higher on R89.14 per kilogram. This video is made possible by John Deere and FieldNet Pivot Watch. Visit our website at amtrends.co.za for more detailed reports, prices and videos. I'm Dr. Johnny van der Merwe and thank you for watching.